Hey there, pirates! Welcome aboard the Anime No Me channel. During his journey, Luffy has accumulated numerous marks on his body, although only a few are visible. However, this does not mean he doesn't have other scars. Only those with special significance to the character remain in sight. In today's video, I will reveal all the scars Luffy has acquired so far, both visible and hidden on his body, and explain how he obtained them throughout his journey in search of the One Piece. About the Matsup. I hope for your support to help our crew win, and to do so, you just need to click the thumbs up button, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. By doing this, you will win an incredible devil fruit, so just comment which fruit you want. Guys, Luffy has several marks on his body. The first one, which he has carried since childhood, is the one right below his eye. During his youth, in an attempt to prove to Shanks that he was no longer a child, Luffy took a blade and stabbed it below his eye, resulting in the scar that has become a recognized symbol for many. This was the first and one of the most significant scars Luffy acquired throughout his life. The second scar, obtained during his journey, was caused by an enemy during the Baradi arc. While facing Don Krieg, Luffy was struck by several piercing projectiles. Although only 3 hit him, affecting his left leg, shoulder, and stomach, Luffy also struck the spikes on Don Krieg's cape, piercing his right hand in the process. Luffy acquired another scar during his battle with Kuro in the Syrup Village arc. Kuro, being a fast opponent, delivered multiple cuts with his blades, hitting Luffy's arms, legs, stomach, and even his chest. During the Arlong Park arc, Luffy suffered powerful bites from Arlong. His bites hit Luffy's shoulders, elbow, and stomach, causing significant wounds, though they did not result in visible scars. Another notable scar occurred during the Alabasta arc, when Crocodile pierced Luffy's chest with his hook, leaving him bleeding slowly and on the verge of losing his life. In the Skypia arc, Luffy faced Enel, who also caused an invisible scar by hitting Luffy's jaw with his staff. However, this wound did not pose a life-threatening danger to Luffy. During the Water 7 and Enies Lobby arcs, Luffy fought Lucci and several CP9 agents. In his final battle with Lucci, the agent managed to strike Luffy multiple times, almost taking his life. Lucci's attacks were easily capable of bruising Luffy, in addition to his piercing attacks. However, in this confrontation, we don't see any new visible scars on Luffy's body. During the Marineford arc, former Admiral Aokiji caused a scar on Luffy's right shoulder by creating an ice spike with his devil fruit powers, giving him a major wound, though the scar remained hidden. In this same arc, during the escape from the Great Battle, Akainu gave Luffy a visible scar on his chest, which became a symbol for the character. At the climax of the battle between the strongest, Jinbe rescued a shaken Luffy and fled the confrontation with Akainu. However, Akainu pursued them and pierced Jinbei's chest with his magma powers, splattering lava onto Luffy, leaving an X-shaped mark on his chest that would scar him for the rest of his life. In the Dressrosa arc, Luffy confronted Doflamingo, who caused some injuries that could have resulted in scars on his body. Using his strings, Doflamingo struck Luffy's entire body, leaving invisible marks on him. Katakuri was also able to cause many scars on Luffy, especially on his left abdomen. With a powerful punch, Katakuri managed to pierce Luffy, causing a large wound and possibly an unseen scar. During the Wano arc, the powerful Yonko wounded Luffy several times during their confrontations, especially in the final battle between Luffy and Kaido. Since Luffy suffered many injuries, let's talk about the events and wounds that may have resulted in scars on his body. It all begins with the arrival of Luffy and the Straw Hats in Wano, where they began their plan to defeat Kaido. However, they attracted much attention from Kaido's pirates, causing the Emperor to learn that Luffy was in his territory. Upon receiving this information, Kaido personally went to the Kuri region to confront Luffy, resulting in their first battle. The fight lasted only a few minutes as Luffy was knocked out with a single blow from the Kanabo. When struck by the sharp spikes of the Kanabo, Luffy's body was pierced due to the impact, resulting in his first scar acquired in Wano, an invisible scar like the others on his body. After defeating Luffy, Kaido was impressed by his fighting spirit and ordered his pirates to imprison him so he could be useful in his plans. Kaido wanted to break Luffy's spirit and have him as a soldier in his crew. Luffy, after being taken to Wano's prison, managed to escape amidst a series of confrontations, which injured his body several times. Even so, Luffy continued on his journey to defeat Kaido. During the major events of the arc, Luffy and his allies invaded Onigashima to confront Kaido's pirates once again. This time, Luffy was notably more powerful. Kaido was impressed when he realized that Luffy had improved his haki to the point of using a technique capable of penetrating his defenses. He acknowledged that Luffy was one of the few pirates who could make him feel pain. Comparing Luffy to famous pirates like Edward Newgate, Odin, and even Gol D. Roger, Kaido began to recognize Luffy as a powerful adversary. He decided not to hold back in the fight to defeat him. Kaido was also surprised to see that Luffy was not as easily defeated as during their first encounter. The Emperor became even more excited during the fight, revealing his incredible strength as he realized that Luffy was also growing stronger with each moment. He decided not to hold back anymore against Luffy. Despite becoming stronger, Luffy still wasn't able to defeat Kaido. After receiving many attacks and being severely injured by the strikes of the Kanabo, Luffy was hit by a devastating blow, falling from Onigashima. However, Luffy was saved and brought back to Onigashima to continue his confrontation with Kaido. Upon returning, Luffy showed Kaido that he had further strengthened his Haoshoku Haki, causing more damage to the opponent. This display of strength increased Kaido's excitement to defeat Luffy even more. Now, Kaido saw Luffy as an opponent on his level. Besides being able to defend against his blows, Luffy inflicted great damage on Kaido's body. Kaido even said that the battle was becoming fun. To celebrate the fight against a worthy opponent, Kaido began drinking and entered his Shuron Haka form to face Luffy. He admitted to recognizing Luffy's strength and considered him a worthy opponent. Despite his efforts, Kaido could no longer injure Luffy, and the battle became a balanced clash. For a while, Luffy and Kaido fought one another without being able to hurt each other. However, an unforeseen event occurred during the fight. At this moment of balance, a member of CP0 appeared, interrupting the incredible confrontation between Luffy and Kaido. The CP0 agent interfered to prevent Luffy from having a chance to defeat Kaido. He disrupted Luffy, preventing him from defending against a powerful blow from Kaido, allowing Kaido to land his attack fully. Luffy was struck violently by Kaido's Kanabo, a blow that could take the life of anyone, regardless of their resilience. This attack resulted in an instant defeat for Luffy, as it was able to knock him out and severely injure the protagonist's body, leaving him close to losing his life. Even Kaido didn't believe that Luffy would survive this blow. During the confrontation in Wano, Luffy suffered a series of injuries caused by Kaido while awakening his sun god, Nika Fruit. This awakening granted Luffy enhanced bodily defense, making him practically invulnerable. Kaido repeatedly struck Luffy's body with his powerful Kanabo, but to everyone's surprise, his attacks didn't seem to have any effect on Luffy's new transformation. His body was completely resistant to ordinary attacks. Not even Kaido's fearsome Boro Breath was able to cause significant damage, only leaving Luffy's body slightly burned for a short period of time. This leads us to assume that the blows Luffy received from Kaido's Kanabo after awakening his fruit caused little to no damage to his body, thanks to his great elasticity. In the current Egghead arc, Luffy fought Lucci again, but since he was much stronger, Luffy didn't suffer a single scratch. Although Luffy faced CP0 and some Seraphims, he remains unscathed. However, he was also attacked by Saturn, and at that moment, Luffy was seriously injured with wounds on his chest and face as he was pressured by the Elder's power. But did you know about all these injuries Luffy suffered? Comment. That was today's content. We hope you liked it and want to share your opinion on the subject. Don't forget to share the video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care and stay amazing.